5 seconds. However, in practice, the incumbent officer is fulfilling the role of an Auditor General only and not that of a Comptroller. In other words, the office has no control over the issue of money from the consolidated fund, and many departments are authorized to draw money by issuing checks without specific authority from the CAG, who is concerned only at the audit stage when the expenditure has already taken place. The powers of the CAG regarding audits are provided for in the Comptroller and Auditor General of India Duties, Powers and Conditions of Service Act 1971. According to this Act, the CAG can audit all receipts and expenditure from the Consolidated Fund of India and of the states and union territories, all transactions relating to the contingency funds and public accounts, all trading, manufacturing, profit and loss accounts and balance sheet and other subsidiary accounts kept in any department, all stores and stock of all government offices or departments, accounts of all government companies set up under the Indian Companies Act 1956, accounts of all central government corporations whose acts provide for audit by the CAG, accounts of all authorities and bodies substantially funded from the consolidated fund, accounts of any authority even though not substantially funded by the government at either the request of the Governor, President or at the CAG's own initiative. The Constitution in powers of the CAG in relation to the accounts of the Union and of the states and of any other authority or body. The CAG Duties, Powers and Conditions of Service DPC Act was passed in the Parliament in 1971. The DPC Act was amended in 1976 to separate accounts from audit in the Government of India. The duties and functions of the CAG as laid down by the Constitution: auditing the accounts related to all expenditure drawn from the Consolidated Fund of India, Consolidated Fund of every state, and Consolidated Fund of every union territory having a legislative assembly, audit of all expenditure from the Contingency Fund of India and the Public Account of India, as well as the contingency funds and the public accounts of states, audit of all trading, manufacturing, profit and loss accounts, balance sheets and other subsidiary accounts of any department of the central government and state governments, auditing the receipts and expenditure of the Government of India and each state to ensure that the rules and procedures in that regard are designed to secure an effective check on the assessment, collection and proper allocation of revenue, auditing the receipts and expenditure of the following all bodies and authorities substantially financed from the central or state revenues, government companies and other corporations and bodies when so required by related laws, auditing all transactions of the central and state governments related to debt sinking funds, deposits, advances, suspense accounts and remittance business. He also audits receipts, stock accounts and others with approval of the President or when required by the President.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.